Hi guys, so today we have a video critique sent in with this young horse and lovely lady. Their main concern is, well, a couple of things. This horse is very nervous. He's afraid of the whip and things in general. He's also very sensitive, I was noticing as I was watching him. And she's also wondering about if he's being respectful of her space and things like that. So we're going to talk about it as we go along here. So the first thing I noticed is that we may have started off a little bit too intense with bringing out the whip first thing. If he's already, we know, has a problem with being around the whip, we're probably not going to start off with that right away. I would wait until we've got some calm and confident horse and spend a little bit of time relaxing first before introducing the whip. But regardless, we're going to talk about it as we are right now. So I like that you rewarded him for coming up to you and engaging with you. That's excellent. You want to encourage that, especially the fact that he's nervous around people. We've talked a lot over messaging about this head down cue, and you feel like he's getting confused. One of the things I'm noticing is that you're asking for the head down cue in a kind of confusing way. So you're waiting for him to put his head down, but he doesn't understand whether he's supposed to put it to the right or to the left. And so I think maybe you need to fine-tune that behavior a little bit. Do you want him to put it straight down? Do you want him to hold it a little bit longer? Do you want him to put it to the left, to the right? And when you do reinforce it, I think maybe you should put your hand towards his mouth a little bit, and you should bring the reward towards him instead of having him come back to you, because what he's doing is he's looking away, then he's coming right back because he's waiting for that reward, and occasionally you'll give it to him and occasionally you won't. So he's a little bit confused as to what you're looking for. So what you want to do is click while his head is away from you, and then take the reward to his head wherever it is. So let's see right here, you put him on a lead rope, and I know you're introducing the whip again, so let's talk about that. So right here he's above threshold. He is backing up away from it. The reason he's staying with you is because he's on lead rope. So what we're going to want to do is just there where he's looking at it, I would have clicked and rewarded. All you want him to do is just look at it and walk near it or be near it. Reward, reward, reward for that. You want him to stay calm, head down right there, click reward. Click reward probably right there, but you need to take your hand to him. And yeah, there. So you're picking up the whip again, that's fine, but click reward when he looks at it. Click reward. He's already above threshold. You can see he's rocking back. He's starting to back away from the whip, and the only reason he's staying with you is because he's on lead rope. Being on lead rope isn't a problem, but you have to be very careful that you're not trapping the horse next to something that it's afraid of. He is warming up a little bit, I notice. He's not quite as afraid of it, but he touched it. That would have been just, I believe he touched it. It's a little bit hard to see, but lots and lots and lots of reward for that. And then what I would do after he made such a big breakthrough is I would put it down and go do something else. So here he puts his head down. I would click and reward that. It was nice and calm and relaxed. Wait for him to put it down again. There, reward right there was where I would have done it. He put his head away from you very clearly, and then I would have taken the treat to his head. But overall, you guys are doing a really great job. I just think there's a few little fine-tuned details that will help you both and clear up some of this confusion. I think what you're noticing, his frustration, is there's a little bit of a confusion on the criteria, what it is you're looking for and what it is you're not. So everything needs to be a little bit smoother, a little bit slower, and a little bit more clear. Now, I really like how he's walking beside you with his head down. I probably would have clicked and taken a treat to him. And it's okay that he walks away, but I really like that he does come to you when you call him. That's a really good sign that he's really trying. He's really trying to engage. But I would like you to start noticing here as you watch this video, every time you reward him, when you guys are walking around, you reward him in front of your body. He doesn't understand that he can be rewarded walking next to you. He wants to get in front of you because that's where you have rewarded him. So right there, click reward. He gave you personal space. His head is down. It's beautiful right there. His head's down and he's walking calmly. Right there, you started jogging. His ears were kind of back and he was a little bit agitated already. I personally wouldn't have gone up to a trot. I think you guys should probably spend some time at a walk for a while. I wouldn't worry about the trot right away. Just give it some time and relax. He's very nervous about being touched, but right there he calmed down, was super happy. I probably would have clicked and rewarded there. Now he's walking calmly beside you. I'd wait for happy ears, so ears forward, head down, right there, click and reward, take it to him. Click and reward right there. That would have been beautiful, a beautiful moment right there. So there he comes in front of you again. And I just want to point out that it's not a lack of respect or a lack of personal space. You're actually, right there, you rewarded him by turning your body in front and facing him forwards. So you are actually training him to face you and to cut you off. And backing up away from him, following you is fine, but you want it to be happy and relaxed. Everything around this horse, to this horse, for this horse should be relaxed and happy. So he gets frustrated there. He shakes his head and puts his ears back because he's trying to get back in front of you. Notice you turned towards him and then rewarded him. His head was away right there. His head was down and nice and relaxed with happy ears. Yeah, you did a better job of taking your hand down to his face. There, right there would have been good. There you actually rewarded him when his head was right in front of you. And if that's what you want, that's fine, but your criteria needs to be consistent. Right there, oh, he's nice and not bobbing his head around. Right there would have been excellent time. So what you're going to be looking for is that moment, that split moment where he's not bobbing his head around, when he's relaxed and calm. Think about taking a deep breath, inhale and exhale real deep, and there, right there, he did it. Nice and calm and relaxed. His head's not bobbing around. So even though he's putting his head away from you, all of this is fairly anxious. All of this is, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do next? What do I do next? So what you're going to need to work on with him is keeping everything super slow, super clear, your criteria all the same, working on a little bit at a time. Just work on walking around the arena with some space and happy ears. As soon as he gives you happy ears and his head's low and he's relaxed, click and walk kind of sideways towards him even, so you can give him his reward while he's beside you instead of in front of you. It may take a little bit of practice because you've already rewarded. Right there would have been perfect. Where you guys were walking side by side, that's beautiful, beautiful spacing. He's happy, he's relaxed, he's looking around. Just take the reward over to him instead of expecting him to come out in front of you. Right there, he put his head down. But see here, now he's getting a little bit upset again because he's been doing great and hasn't gotten a reward. But what did you reward is when he came out in front of you. That's okay, it's just an honest mistake. I've done it, or I'm sure everybody's done it at some point, but then once you recognize it, you gotta change it. So there you asked him to back up, and I'm pretty sure you did that because you were worried about him being in your space. I would be cautious about asking your horse to back up by flinging your hands around because he is nervous already and very sensitive, and you're trying to work on changing that sensitive behavior. So what we're going to want to do actually is desensitize him to hands flying around and all this different stuff. So you don't want him actually to be reactive to that. You don't want him to respond to hands flying around. You could teach him a backup cue, that's fine, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. There he actually let you touch him while you were walking beside him, but he did get a little bit nervous, but I still probably would have rewarded that just because he allowed you to touch him. So really overall, what I think you're noticing as far as you feeling like he's not being respectful of your space is that you have accidentally trained him to stop in front of you and bob his head around until you gave him a reward. And that's okay. Like I said, it can be undone. You're just going to have to be patient with it and retrain it. Overall, my impression of this guy, I think he's awesome. I think you guys are going to do great together. I think you need to slow down just a little bit. You might be expecting too much too early. Right there, oh, he's standing perfectly happy and content, would have rewarded him. I would just spend time just rubbing on him, rewarding him for just having a relaxed headset, happy ears, and then I would just spend time walking over and over around the arena or the round pen, nice and calm. If he's giving you space with happy ears, rewarding that. Everything that you need to be doing with him from this point forward is relaxed and happy and calm. And when you get back to working on the whip and everything, you need to start off a little bit lower. I would just have him look at the whip and click reward. You pick up the whip, click reward. It needs to be super, super subtle. I think he's way closer to threshold. He's a little bit more afraid of it than you think he is. And then you'll gradually be able to lift it up and have it closer to him, and then lift it up and have it gently touch him. But it's going to take some time. You're just going to have to be patient with him and always focus on calm and relaxed behavior, and start also focusing on rewarding him beside your body, so on your right shoulder or your left shoulder instead of in front of your body. So I hope some of this helped. Feel free to send me another video, work on this for a couple weeks and then get back to me. I'd love to see y'all's progress, and just keep me updated.